in America today, I honestly feel that race is not a great issue. If you spread your monies out over, let's say, over 5 to 10 movies, if one hit, you double your money and
Right.
some.
Ever thought about writing a book?
I'm doing that now. I'm in the process of doing that now. So,
I felt like you should be doing that. Hello, dear fellas. This is Father Kokar, and welcome to Side Hustle. Today, I have an investment expert with me, the money man. He is Thomas Jr. And let's talk to him. Thomas, how are you?
I'm doing great. This is another weekend in New York City. Everything is colorful here in the summertime in New York.
Great,
So just want to enjoy my weekend.
great. So, Thomas, tell a little bit about yourself, what you are doing, how it all started, where you are heading, where you are now.
Yeah, I've my background is, of course, investment banking.
Okay.
I live between Georgia and Ohio. That's where I grew up. Spent time in the United Kingdom. Moved to New York City in my mid-20s. Started an investment banking career. Started out as a stockbroker. Then went off on my own. Formed a venture capital company. Then from there, started a investment consultancy company, which is Kent Global LLC. Excuse me. And as of late, I started the Kent Family Office, which is my personal investment office that I make investments in a variety of different industries, anything from movies to real estate. I'm looking
Right.
at some oil and gas plays and things of that nature.
Right. So, for my audience, which is mostly technical illiterate in terms of financial context,
Mhm.
would you like to tell us what is actually a financial firm?
A
In
financial
very
firm,
simple words, yeah.
yeah, in simple context, a financial firm could be broken down to several different things. You could have a money management firm that basically takes other people's monies and invest it in different public and private stocks. You can have a consultancy firm, which you consult people on how to invest or how to protect their assets and things of that
Right.
nature. Also, you can have a family office, which could be your personal monies that you invest for yourself to show dividends. So that's just some of the breakdowns of what a financial company uh, could be.
Right. So, what are the specific businesses in which you normally invest? Is it only the real estate, or you also do the mutual funds? What are?
No, no, my my family all first of all, Kent Global LLC is a consultancy business.
Okay.
And we do a lot of financial consultancy and political consultancy for governments, for high net worth individuals,
Right.
and things of that nature. That's more of my consultancy business. My family office is my personal family office. Invest in a variety of different sectors. We're heavily in the entertainment sector, which means we invest a lot of monies in movies, let's say slates of movies, not just specifically one movie, but let's say a slate of, let's say, 5 or 6 movies. We heavily invest in real estate, commercial and residential. We also are now aggressively moving into oil and gas investments as well. So that's just the main focus of what my family office is
Right.
currently investing.
Right. But why do you have so much trust in entertainment? The movies also get flopped, so you may not get
Yeah,
your investment back. Isn't it a big risk? Don't you feel?
well, in the movie industry, that's why you spread your investments because if you invest in one movie, it may flop. but it's different variables that you have to do when you invest in movies. You have to look at the directors and their credibility. You have to look at um, the talent that they have attached to the project. You have to look at their distribution. So
Right.
if you spread your monies out over, let's say, over 5 to 10 movies, if one hit, you double your money and
Right.
some. And also with distribution in place, a lot of movies make a lot of money in the
Right.
international markets.
Right.
So that's what I aggressively look out for, are movies with these criterias for me to take a chance on.
Right. But can you tell me one figure that how much investment is required to make a movie in United States normally?
It varies. I mean, for smaller films, you can put as little as 250,000. For bigger productions or a slate, you may have to put in a million. So, it all depends on the projects and how much money exactly they're looking for.
Right. So, what is the ROI on all this?
What is what?
ROI, the return on your investment. How much
You know, so,
percentage do
so,
you get normally?
some movies may return. Let's say if you get a blockbuster, movies may return, let's say 80%. Some movies may go bust. Some movies may return, let's say 10 to 15%. It varies on the different projects, and how it picks up with the public on exactly what the return on investment is.
Right. Okay, Tom, tell me, whenever somebody is in the money business, the number one doubt that people have, or a mental monster within the minds of people, is that whether I'm going to get the returns, whether this person will not be doing any sort of fraud with me. So there is a matter of
Mhm.
trust always involved wherever money is involved. So how do you deal
Right.
with this specific challenge in your business?
Well, I per se have gotten out of the money management business years ago.
Okay,
Again, I focus on political and financial consultancy for governments and for high net worth individuals. And I more Kent Global role is more of a consigliere uh, per se. They come to me for my opinions and things of that nature if they need. Say, for
right.
example, if they want to take a company public, I help them out because I have a network of investment banking firms and things of that nature that I connect them to. And that's how I operate. I really don't manage monies per se.
So,
My family office is my personal investments. And
right.
that's how I invest my own money. So there is no trust factor. I trust myself, so there is no trust factor. So
Okay.
that's basically how that
So
is.
before we got into discussion, I was asking you that you didn't have any background of all this. Your father had a totally different, he
Yeah,
belonged to a totally different field.
my father was a political and religious leader.
Okay.
He was heavy in the civil rights movement,
Oh,
and he was heavy in a organization called the African Methodist Episcopal Church. He was a presiding elder.
right,
Also, he was heavily in local and state politics. So,
right.
and he ran a few small businesses as well. But he was more of a civic leader, um, where I'm more a financial guy. I'm a civic guy as well, but I focus more on the capitalistic side of things. If you know.
What moved you here? What motivated you to do this stuff?
Well, when I first came out of college, I was focused on, let's say, politics.
Okay.
But I then I went and got my MBA, and
Hmm.
I learned a lot about financing. So it intrigued me, and I sort of moved away from the political realm, which I still am very politically active, but the financial realm appeals to me very much so, and I moved towards that.
Right. Uh, who's your source of inspiration in your journey? Anybody? That
Well,
Muhammad Ali,
my fault. I
Malcolm
have a
X.
lot of
I'm expecting people.
well, I have a lot of inspiration. My first
Yeah.
inspiration was my father, number one.
Okay.
He was an outstanding role model for me, and of course Martin Luther King. Reginald Lewis, who was one of the first African Americans that did major merger and acquisitions, Dick Parsons, of course, Vernon Jordan. I mean, so it's a long laundry list of people who were my inspiration and me getting into the financial arena.
Right.
So,
But nobody's from the no historical figure is your
yeah,
sort of
like yeah,
inspiration.
Dr. King or Vernon Jordan, he passed away a couple of years ago. He's definitely a
Okay.
historical figure. Uh,
Okay.
Dick Paulson, he's still alive, but he's a historical figure. So there's a lot of guys. Reginald Lewis, of course, was the first African American to do mergers and acquisitions. He
Right.
was a lawyer, and he passed away in the '90s. So he's a historical figure. And when it comes down to business, so yeah, it was a few historical figures that
Yeah.
shaped my opinion and
Right.
motivated me to get into the financial arena.
Right. Right. Now here is a tough one. Have you ever felt discriminated because of your ethnic background?
Not at all. Here's the major thing that um, here in America that I think a lot of people um, get mixed up. My father fought in the civil rights movement. That was in the 1960s. Great strides were made. I think truly, and this is my honest opinion, in America today, I honestly feel that race is not a great issue. I think it's all about your innate ability. It's your
Well,
innate
why is there
ability to make
so much debate, so much hype on these matter if that's the truth? Media is lying
because
to us.
people want to divide and conquer. All right.
Right.
If
Right.
they keep you divided and they keep you focused on one thing, all right,
Right.
then they
Right.
can do another thing. Right. So that's all this is. This country is all about innate ability. It's about what can you do? Can you produce? Race
Right.
in 2024 is not a major issue. And I tell everybody this.
Okay.
All you have to do is truly go for what you want and make it happen.
Right. Right. I couldn't agree more on this. So, Tom, tell me, what was the biggest challenge that you have ever faced in building this entire business?
The biggest challenge I would say I ever faced was just doing it, right? The motivation. Sometimes, there's ups and downs in this thing. And
Indeed.
when you're up. Believe me, when you're up, you're up. When you're down, you're down. So
Exactly.
the key is when you're down, you really have to motivate yourself to get up and get things going.
And how do you do that?
Well, I work out a lot, I read a lot, I meditate a lot, and I
Okay.
just had to have the innate ability
Yeah.
to pull myself out of the ashes and make it happen. That's just a God-given gift I had.
Right. 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 Okay. So, what are your future plans with Kent Global?
The future plans for Kent Global is to expand it even bigger,
How
build
much?
stronger relations. Build stronger relationships with different high net worth individuals and let's
Okay.
say other governments. I'm specifically focused now on African nations. There's a lot of development that needs to be done on the continent that I feel I have the expertise to help them out with. As far
Right.
as the Kent family office goes, continue investing in different sectors and grow the family office wealth to, let's say, billions. The sky's the limit. The sky's
I
the limit.
was, yeah. I was reading your profile and I read the word of philanthropic efforts of yours.
Mhm.
What do you feel is the major motive of doing any business? Because as I feel, after some time, when you have earned a lot of money, all of these things doesn't matter. So after that, what do you
Mhm.
feel is the motive of get going with all this business stuff? What actually remains the source of motivation for a person like you who has already made a fortune?
Well, I wouldn't say I made a fortune. There's still a lot more to make. I mean, a fortune is
Okay,
$6 trillion. But the motivation is this. The motivation that is it's never enough. Number one. Uh, Number two. Uh, you're not just doing it for you, you're doing it for future generations. All right. So the more you achieve and the more you accomplish, you are building generational wealth for your family.
right,
The the philanthropical aspect. The more money you receive or make, the more you can help society. The more you can build schools, you can give scholarships, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, those are the things that, uh, you know, I look at and what motivates me to continue to move forward.
Right. What are the major business ethics or principles on which entire Kent Global is standing?
Well, we want to make sure that we treat every client with respect, whether you're big or small. We treat every client with honesty, dignity, and respect. Those are the three major things that we do for our clients, and that's what we stand on.
Right. Ever thought about writing a book?
I'm doing that now. I'm in the process of doing that now. So
I felt like you should be doing that. That's why
yeah,
that's why I asked you. Okay, what that is about? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it's going to be more of a spiritual / financial book, and I'm putting it together now as we speak.
How these things are related, the spiritual and financial stuff. Do you also
you have
the law of attraction that the whole
yeah,
world
I
conspires?
definitely,
Yeah,
I definitely believe in the law of attraction. I believe that whatever entity or deity you believe in, that it is a higher being that you have to acknowledge and tap into. And if you tap into that source, he will give you all the wisdom and knowledge, or it will give you all the wisdom and knowledge that you need to be great and achieve great things. So that's just something that I believe.
Is there anything that you actually thought about it and manifested actually?
Yeah, I manifested coming to New York when I was younger. I manifested traveling the world. I manifested starting my own business. It's a lot of stuff that I manifest that I made a reality. So I know that there is a higher being that is superior to all of and created and who is superior to all of us. So
right,
I know that.
Right.
Without question.
Faith is extremely important.
Absolutely. It's one of the most important things that a human being could have.
Right. Maybe your father has an impact on you in all these things. Maybe.
Yeah, absolutely. He made sure that we went to Sunday school and church and things of that nature. So faith was a very crucial part of our upbringing, without a doubt. That's without a doubt.
Right. What does Jesus means to you?
See, I'm a little bit different. I believe in God, right?
So okay, you don't believe in this. Yeah.
I believe in Jesus as well,
okay,
yes, but
okay.
I think that I think humans get confused when it comes down to religion. We take little things such as you believe in Jesus, or you believe in Allah, or you believe in this, that, and the other, and we get divided. I believe that there's a supreme being that governs everything.
No doubt.
And if you believe in him, that really is all that counts.
Exactly.
And I don't get involved in these different divisional things.
Okay. Okay. You do not want to associate yourself to any specific sector.
No specific religion or denomination. I believe in a supreme being.
That's great. That's great. So tell me, Thomas, how people can reach out to you. Is there any Instagram, social media, Twitter, or something like that? If anybody want to invest or anything, I will leave all those links below. Is there any?
Yeah, there's of course my website, www.kentgloballlc.net.
Right.
You have my LinkedIn. All you have to do is Google my name, Thomas J. Kent Jr.
Right.
Or Kent Global LLC. My LinkedIn will pop up.
Right.
Or you can go to my Instagram, or you Google my name as well. And on the side, there's a Google Knowledge panel. It has all my hashtags and things of that nature. So you can log on to that as well.
Yes, you have done pretty good SEO. There is only one person with the name Thomas Kent Jr. on this planet, as I see. there are not much. So it would be
It's more people with the name, but yeah, I've done a lot of work. I've done a lot of work, and
right,
you know, I
right,
I mean, every day I'm
right,
aggressive. I get up at 4 in the morning, and sometimes I don't go to bed till 11 at night, and I'm back up at 4. So I'm always working, always.
right. So, Thomas, whoever who is currently struggling with the finances, struggling in a relationship, or he or she is struggling to select a career, the young ones
Mhm.
like you, uh, what would be your final advice to all those people? The mic is yours.
Who's struggling with love and finance and things of that nature? Is just what's the my answer to that would be: A, you have to look deep within yourself, right? B, you would have to surely want to get motivated on, you know, what and find out exactly what you want to do.
Right,
Once you do that, then tap into a higher source, a higher being, and then, let it guide you, and then you can go to the next level.
right. So, Thomas, it was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much for
Pleasure.
being on Side Hustle. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.